So, as an autistic with ADHD, what am I reading right now? Let's see. There are books that have been given to me or borrowed to me. I have books that I've started but never finished. I have a ton of self-help books because, those are important. And finally, what did I choose to read? Stick around and find out. So you guys know that I have recently traveled back to Nebraska to hang out with my friends for 8 days, and I had the best time ever. However, I'm finding out that I'm still a little exhausted, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I think I realized that what I'm experiencing is a peopling hangover. Too many people. It's almost worse than like a liquor hangover because at least with that, it's going to be gone in a couple of days, but I'm still exhausted. What I like to do to kind of, you know, break from that is do a little bit of reading. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, what I'm currently reading right now and how reading helps me to kind of like, decompress a little bit from too much social activity. So in my estimation, I figured that reading would be something quick, simple, easy I could do to, kind of relax a little bit. However, it did just the opposite actually, because now I'm more stressed out than ever because I didn't realize I had so much going on with my reading. For example, I have many books that have been borrowed to me. I always say given because I never seem to return them. That makes me feel kind of bad. But I have books that have been borrowed to me that I haven't even started yet, such as this one. This one was given to me by a really good friend, probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. I kind of started it. I'm on page 12. There's that one. There's this one, given to me by the same friend. I haven't started this one yet. And then there's this one. This one was also given to me by the same friend. And yeah, I haven't cracked open a page yet. And so as I was sitting there thinking about, I need to pick up something to read, I was like, oh, my friend gave me these books like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe I should read one of those. But then something else happened. Then I realized I have my own books that I want to read also. And I've kind of started them, like this one. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One of my favorite all-time movies. Love it. The book's great too, but I managed to get to page 51. Then I have this one. This one my husband read, and he laughed all the way through it, so I want to laugh. I want to read it. I haven't started it yet. I plan to, though, because, maybe I'll do it this winter. I'll read it over the winter months because everybody wants to have a little bit of fun and wants to laugh when they read. So there's this one. And there's this one. This one's my personal favorite, and I've actually have read it like, I don't know, 5 times, at least 5 times. And I restarted it again, and I got to page 85. And then there's this one that I bought. This one I actually did read from cover to cover and quit smoking. And I haven't smoked now in a year and 3.5 months. So if you want to quit smoking and you need to read something, I recommend this one. And then I have this really cool book that was recommended to me by one of my favorite TikTokers. And it's this one. And it was one of her favorite childhood books. And she talked up so much about it that I went out and bought it. And I can't wait to read it. Except I haven't started it yet. And let's not forget self-help books. Since I've been newly diagnosed as ADHD and autistic, well, of course I have to research that and do as many things as possible, right? Well, that kind of is not working out so well. You want to know why? There's this one. And really good in theory. ADHD workbook for women. That's me. A step-by-step guide to enhancing focus, improving relationships, and controlling emotions. It's too much work. I'll never do it. I opened it and I was like, oh, no ma'am, no ma'am. Because it's stuff like this. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, you know, that's not going to happen. And then there's this one, Unmasking Autism. In all fairness, this one's my newest one. I have no idea when I'm going to start it, though, but, you know, I'm hopeful. And so, with all of that said, what did I choose to read? This one that I actually took with me traveling and read in the airports during my long layovers, and it was this one. Deborah Chester. And it's a 3-book series, and literally I decided that what I really needed was science fiction. It's absolutely what the doctor ordered, except this will be like the 6th or 7th time that I've read through her entire series. And so part of me feels bad that I'm not giving all these other books a chance, because I'm sure they're really, really good. And the ones I started are really good. But in the end, I decided what I needed was a really good sci-fi. And so that's what I decided to read. And I've also gone back to watching movies in the afternoon. I try to get in at least, you know, 1 to 3 movies per week. And I'm back to watching the whole X-Men series from start to finish. Again, for the, I don't know, 15th or 20th time. But anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing lately to decompress. And I really wanted to come on here and talk about reading, because I really enjoy reading. And now I understand more why I start so many books and not finish, because of the ADHD. But I don't have a problem finishing certain things. Like, I really love science fiction. I can watch science fiction movies from start to finish, all the Marvels, you know, all the X-Men, all the Star Treks. I can do that with no problem. And but the reading for me is still a really good way for me to like just get into a book and kind of like decompress from too much peopling and everything like that. Or, you know, if I'm too stressed or anxietied out or anything like that, reading a good book still works. And so I hope you enjoyed my reading list, and I hope you, as autistic or ADHD, take time out to do some reading. And you know what? If you don't know what to read something you've read like 10 or 15 or 20 times already, because you know you enjoy it. And we read for enjoyment, right? So there's that. Anyway, I want you guys to have a great rest of your day. Pick up a book, blow the dust off. And while you're at it, make sure you're drinking plenty of water and that you stay hydrated. Make sure you are eating and feeding yourself, and get at least 1 healthy meal in a day, at least 1. And, you know, if you take medications or anything like that, make sure you're taking those on time, because those are important for your mental health and for your physical health. And as always, I enjoy spending time with you, and I will see you in my next video.